We are sitting out here today because it's so beautiful. And I was earlier working on a project with Trish. She's opening up hopefully an ice cream shop in the future.
Shh, it's a secret.
Okay, all right.
No, it's not really a secret. It's been my passion project. I had a dream and my goal was to just fall asleep and think about joy. And then I woke up at 3:30 in the morning and got inspired to plan an ice cream shop. And so I'm doing it because now I have time and who knows what's going to happen with it. But what were we doing today?
Well, we were working on painting these ice cream cones for the ice cream store sign, potentially.
Yeah, for the menu board.
Which for me felt like a joy just to like use my hands and kind of get lost in some art. And we had talked about how we could even offer up little cutout ice cream cones where you could write your word of the day on it. And so my question for you is, what is your word of the day for today?
I think there's that word again that we talked about yesterday. I feel like my word of the day is authenticity. That's been with me for a few days. I actually had somebody, I don't know if I shared this with you, but I had somebody call me, text me this morning and ask for a call. And she said, I love the videos you're doing. You're so authentic. You and Dre are so authentic. And she said, did you script this? Like, is this something you're scripting? And I said, no, we just kind of do it off the cuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so authentic has to be, that's where I feel really good. Like just being who I am and not being afraid to show other people who I am, I guess.
Totally.
And just so you'll know, this whole video thing came about because I don't like video and told Dre I didn't like video. And of course, whenever you say you don't like something, it's a challenge, right? And so I'm being challenged to be my authentic self on video. Thank you very much, Miss Dre.
Boom. Me too, actually.
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable on here too.
Yeah.
So we're challenging each other right now.
Yeah. So what's your word?
My word is uplifting. And that is a word that's been sitting with me for the last like 24 hours or so. And I'm trying to focus on, in the midst of all of this, trying to lean into things that feel good. And I do want to just bring up that I don't want to discount what people are going through right now.
Right.
And all the difficulties and hardships that are coming up and what everybody is feeling. But I have found that if I can do my best to lean into what feels good, I am taking care of myself so I can show up for others in whatever way that may be. And it's been nice to kind of wake up and feel into what that is, mm-hmm. rather than think.
Nice.
But to feel into what feels uplifting. And mm-hmm. it can be very small. Mm-hmm. And that just kind of trickles into other things, or as I'd like to say, has a ripple effect in anything that I approach. So that's my word for today.
Yeah, I like that. I do want to pick up on what you said about not discounting what's happening, because what's happening is real and it's affecting all of us. I'm a medical person and I'm not on the front line, but I remember being on the front line, and I have many friends and colleagues that are on the front line. And even on the front line, there are new, what's the word I'm looking for? Old protocols are not working, and new approaches to treatment and medical treatment are being explored like in real time very quickly. And so that's not a thing for medicine. It was always, this is the way we do it, a clinical pathway, and it's not that way anymore. So in some ways it's a little bit scary, and in other ways it's a really amazing time for innovation and for teamwork and people to come together and help each other survive through this and be who they are authentically and bring their best selves to the table. So I think that whether we're sitting on the back deck having a cup of tea or we're, on the front line doing what we do, it's everybody's opportunity to be their best selves, be their best authentic selves, and bring their best to the game.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with that.
Cool.
So I think at this time, take a second and think about what your word is. And don't, I'm going to back up. Feel what that is. Don't think hard. When I say, what's your word? Whatever comes to you right then and there. Don't overthink it. That's your word. I find finding your word during the day, it can be very grounding. So I hope you find your word, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Bye.